Welcome back to another video, and today as we'll be reviewing the Lampadati Casio. This vehicle was first introduced to us for the original set of heists, which came out years ago. So this vehicle is primarily forgotten, but unfortunately its age in GTA Online really shows how we came far away, because now looking back at this vehicle, there really wasn't any customizations for it at all. It was just new, and then the content surrounding it kind of brought value to it. So as you can see, basic updates, basic upgrades, and of course, there really isn't anything for the body in a sense, other than the generic stuff like lights, maybe a couple bumpers, that's it. And yeah, so definitely what's come down to this vehicle, why people like it or hate it, is the driving experience. We'll touch on that later.
She'll hit warp speed. You got great taste.
So driving this vehicle now, let's get into it. Now, as soon as I came out of the auto shop, I could definitely tell that the vehicle was more responsive and active, meaning it was more willing to do what I asked it to do, or attempt to do what I asked it to do, or inputs I put in, or much more capable. So before, I tried to clutch it, and it does something, right? For a weakless old clutch kicking, it's not gonna have any wheel spin or anything, but it does work. Bit of a one wheel here, something. It's not completely dead, but it's definitely still there. And it takes a little learning curve, because when you turn the vehicle, it seems to have a strain on it. Like it's resisting whatever way you turn the vehicle. Let's say you turn left, it wants to go right, and when you turn right, it wants to go left. That's kind of the vibe in the vehicle, but it's still a fun experience. I always expect others to explain how vehicles feel to me as simplified as possible, because if you're spending money on this and you're not really a GTA player, so the money you spend on this would be a lot to you, but someone who plays every day, it's not probably not going to be a lot. So I'd like to tell you guys how the vehicle feels, so you can make a decision if you want to buy it or not. The vehicle is not slow, very quick for its age in GTA Online, of course, but it's a bit standard. It's like something I would bring out in a classic car meet, or just to look at, or as a garage queen. But bringing this thing out for racing purposes, or even any type of competition where we want to win, definitely not. Or out by stating, if this was the podium vehicle for this week, I would recommend even trying to attempt to get this thing. But since it's for free, it can't necessarily be free. So I would definitely give it about 3 or 4 spins using the glitch method, or whatever you call it, the exploit. But after that, 4 times each day, if I get it by the end of the week, that's good. If I don't, you're not missing out on anything. that's basically it for the review. As I said before, the vehicle doesn't really have that much content because this was when Rockstar really started to kick the game off
Hello there.
for adding in newer stuff. So I definitely think people who just started playing the game are very spoiled in a sense, or very, lucky. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. Please comment that you like the video, or comment whatever. Thank you guys so much.